Hey everyone, I'm making a video tonight to show people that you can have lighting, a Wi-Fi extender, and cameras in a garage or other auxiliary building you may have without having to pull permits for electrical. So what I've got here is a Ubiquity PoE dimmer switch. You can tap it, lights off. Tap it again, lights on. You can move your finger up and down for the dimmer. I move my finger quickly, but you get the idea. So why do I need internet in a garage? We'll get to that in a minute. But let me show you what I did here. So I have some Cat 6 burial cable running up into this conduit and through here. I got this little sticker here. That's not high voltage. That's a lie. You do what you got to do to keep people out, right? So here's my feed coming in. That's the Cat 6. That's going from my attic to here. Goes into a 90-watt PoE extender. That's powering the lights and the router. This auxiliary switch here is a less powerful switch, but it's enough for the cameras. I got room for one more, don't know where that's going yet, and the light switch. So in order to get this done, what you got to do is you got to get the right cable for burial. If you're going to do a burial, I would. Get a trenching spade. I have a really nice one. I had it for an invisible fence project and some other things, so it came in handy. And it came in handy here. So I ran the line all the way underneath, drew a little hole, came up with the wire. The rest is history. So let me show you what I got going on up in the attic. So over here we've got my internet connection coming in to my cable modem. Goes out to my wireless router and goes out to a PoE switch right here. Now, this PoE switch doesn't actually provide enough power for what I've got going on in the garage. So I turned off the PoE at this port right here. That comes out to this PoE injector. This is a TrendNet model. There are cheaper ones out there on eBay and Amazon. I would not suggest those because those will give you other issues like interference with your network and slowdown and whatnot. And that's being run to a Meanwell power supply, and I cranked that up to 52 volts, which is what you're going to need for this. Now that you've seen what's going on in my closet, you're probably wondering why I only have one light switch by the door and not another one by the garage doors. What happens when I come in through the garage with my vehicle and it's nighttime out? Well, it doesn't really make much sense to put a switch there, so that is where the Wi-Fi AP comes in. I'm going to my phone here. I'm going to use the Unify LED app. By the way, when I installed all of these Unify LED parts, everything just worked. I didn't have to go through setup. Even with this app, I didn't have to create an account or do anything. Everything just worked. There was no setup involved whatsoever. But as you can see here, I've got full dimmer controls. You can rename it. You can call it something else. I called it dimmer switch, and P3 and P4, that's just the port numbers they're in. It's just for troubleshooting, makes it easier. But when you come in with your vehicle, you're connected to Wi-Fi. When you leave, you can just hit that switch from your car and drive off. Or as you're closing the garage door, since you probably don't have an electric garage door opener since there's no electricity here. That's all there is to it. So you don't have to worry about going through your local bureaucracy. You can just do it this way. And it doesn't hurt to make it look nice either. I mean, it looks like a legitimate electrical job, but no electricity whatsoever. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you found it useful.